Blindfolded and confused, friends discover the surprising truth about their debate. A group of close friends gathered at Maria's house for their regular get-together. This time, the conversation turned heated as they discussed religion. Each friend had a different perspective, and none of them seemed willing to listen to the others. Tom, a passionate advocate, said, "I can't believe you don't see how obvious this is. The policies are clearly harmful." Linda, equally passionate, said, "You're just not seeing the bigger picture. These changes are necessary for progress." Jerry locked in and said, "Both of you are missing the point. It's about balancing tradition with innovation." Susan, frustrated, said, "Why can't we all just agree that it's complicated and no single viewpoint is entirely correct?" The argument continued, with voices rising and tempers flaring. Finally, David, the calmest of the group, decided to intervene. "Guys, we're going in circles and not getting anywhere. I have an idea that might help us understand each other better." Skeptical, but the friends agreed to hear him out. David explained, "I want us to try an exercise. I'm going to blindfold each of you and lead you to an object. I want you to describe what you feel without trying to guess what it is. Trust me on this." Despite their doubts, the friends agreed. David blindfolded each one and led them into the living room, where a large, mysterious object was placed in the center. Tom, touching a broad, flat surface, said, "It feels solid and unyielding like a wall." Linda, holding a long, flexible part, said, "No, it's more like a thick hose." Jerry, holding onto a hard, pointed part, said, "It's definitely something sharp, like a spear." Susan, feeling a hard, cylindrical structure, said, "I think it's like a tree trunk." Maria, touching a broad, thin surface, said, "This feels like a large leaf or a fan." David, who had set up the exercise, remained silent as the friends began to argue again, each convinced their description was correct. The argument grew more intense as they tried to convince each other of their perspective. Finally, David spoke up. "All right, everyone, take off your blindfolds." As they removed their blindfolds, they were all stunned to see a large-sized model of an elephant standing in the middle of the room. "An elephant?" Tom said. David smiled. "Exactly. Each of you touched a different part of the elephant, and you were all correct in your descriptions. But none of you had the whole picture. This is exactly what's happening with our religious arguments. Each of us sees things from our own perspective, and we're all correct in our own way. But we need to listen to each other to understand the full picture." The room fell silent as the friends processed the lesson. Linda spoke first. "I guess we were so focused on proving our own points that we didn't stop to consider the validity of each other's views." Jerry nodded. "This exercise really puts things into perspective. We need to listen more and argue less." Susan said, "It's a good reminder that our individual experiences shape how we see the world. By understanding each other's perspectives, we can have more productive conversations. Everyone has a different perspective in life, shaped by their unique experiences. To understand the full picture, we need to listen to each other without judgment. Only then can we appreciate the richness of different viewpoints and have more meaningful and productive conversations." They realized that while they might never agree on everything, they could still respect and understand each other. The exercise had taught them a valuable lesson about the importance of listening and the richness of diverse viewpoints.